Okay, got my cards. I don't think that you can see them. My desk is a little higher today. Okay, so let's connect. Okay, I like to use the light language to clear the decks. Any energy, kind of clear out any energy in general. I don't know what we're gonna get today with this. No, it is a love relationship, something, because I was guided to the Island Time deck. So I've got that. I've got one of my like just intuitive decks that I like to use. I actually really like those a lot. I've got the emotions deck today when I get a feeling for what's going on in this person's emotions. So whether it's the viewer or not, maybe it's the other person, we will see. But we'll see what's kind of going on in their emotions, in their head space. Oh geez, I know that one's gonna want to come out. Okay. All right. I've started wanting to shuffle on the video so that people know that I have shuffled them and I'm not like setting them up just to like get likes and follows and stuff, because people do that, let's be real, and that is not my vibe. Okay, so let's tune in here. Bouquet. All right, so what I'm getting from this, I'm hearing someone is coming forward. There is going to be kind of this energy of like, what I'm hearing is a recognition of love. I'm still feeling that there's some like uncertainty, but like, you know, when someone comes forward with like a bouquet, they're making an offer, right? So some type of offer coming forward. My attention is being brought to, this is interesting. So these little flowers, it's making me think of Alice in Wonderland, you know, like golden afternoon kind of thing. There's something with that energy of, what I'm hearing is illusion. When we think of like Alice in Wonderland, when you know she's in the dreamscape, right? Things don't quite make sense. Things are a little bit like off kilter. There's a lot of confusion. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's see if we can get more information on this. Stork. Okay, so pertaining to the confusion, you know, it's so funny. What did I just say? Golden afternoon. Look at this card. Gold. All of this like golden light, right? So there's something, again, Stork is like calling in something new. It's bringing in some rebirth to a situation. So again, this could be a new person coming in, or it could be a rebirth to a situation that we've been allowing to heal, giving time and space to heal. But there's still something like with this one, with the water, like I just feel like there's something going on under the surface, like that we're not really quite seeing. And we can't get much more clear with this. Somebody's coming forward. There is definitely going to be someone making a move forward, stepping more into what I feel like from this is like masculine energy. So calling that up, this could be with, is it Saturn going direct? I don't pay a lot of attention to that kind of stuff. But there's some kind of like energetic shift here where someone pertaining to masculine energy wanting to make that move. Yeah. Wanting to get pretty serious too with the house. They're wanting to step into that new phase, starting to take the relationships more seriously, starting to understand that they need to take relationships more seriously. I've been seeing this honestly in my masculine like client group. Some starting to really like wake up and realize that the way that they have been handling the feminine, or the way that they've felt like they've just been having fun, not really recognizing how out of alignment with their integrity that's been, and like wanting to step up more into that energy of becoming more intentional with the feminine, more intentional with how they're moving with the feminine to honor them. Phoenix, wow. Yeah, we've got some transformation energy happening here. And I do feel that this is really connected with the masculine. So the masculine is going through this massive awakening energy. They're kind of moving through this transmutation, is what I'm hearing, of reconciling with themselves, having to kind of take that hard look at themselves and how they've been showing up. Now, this isn't to say like the feminine hasn't needed to do this too, but that's not the energy that I'm getting. I'm feeling that this is definitely about the masculine stepping into these energies. Okay, so we have stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking, attack. So this is that energy that I think that they're starting to wake up to. I don't feel like there's been this intention of behaving in this way, but I think that a lot of this soul group of these masculines are starting to realize that their behavior has not been, they haven't been forthright is the word that I'm hearing. They haven't been fully transparent, fully open, fully honest. And in their mind, they thought, well, I'm just having fun. I'm just exploring things. I'm just, this is casual. I have no intention of this going forward, assuming that the other knows that this is the case, and it hasn't been. So they're recognizing that this energy has felt like a betrayal to the feminine. And let's be real, it is. It is a betrayal to the feminine. This is very activating for the feminine, for the witch's wound, because that witch's wound is always about the abandonment and betrayal, fear. So having this energy of this lack of integrity with the intention, lack of transparency going into a situation, that is going to feel like a betrayal, right? Okay, so this person is wanting to start stepping into an energy of making healthier choices. Healthier choices, I feel like, for them, for their mental health, but also with the way that they want to show up with their counterpart, with the feminine. I feel like there's just been this like major aha moment, right? This massive like aha, right? Where it's like, oh my goodness, like what I've been doing has not been what I thought it was. Like there's this level of consciousness that's coming in. Look at this golden again. The golden mirror. So this is about being self-absorbed, one-sided relationship. And this is the energy that I feel like was probably being presented. Going into stuff, kind of trying to be this guy, trying to like act like they had it together, wanting to get certain amount of like recognition and admiration is what I'm hearing, to like really kind of boost their ego, boost their sense of self-worth, because they've been going through some issues pertaining to that. And that's more what these relationships have been about than they have been about serving the feminine. They've been more about how can the feminine serve me and my ego. Ooh, okay. All right, so this does not surprise me with enlightened. So they're definitely moving into this space of, we're getting it. We're starting to see this. There's this group, okay, right? We talk about soul groups. This is not every masculine in the world, but this is a soul group. And if you're here with me, you're most likely part of this group as well. So they're waking up. They're starting to see this. And it's interesting because they're actually feeling a sense of joy with, I think what I'm seeing is like, it's something starting to make sense. And so they're like, oh wow, it's almost like they've felt like they have been victimized by the feminine a lot in these situations. And now they're realizing that it's not that the feminine was like victimizing them. It was that the feminine was reacting to their behavior. And so they're kind of in this space of like, oh my gosh, you know, I can actually control the dialogue of these relationships by how I show up. And it is going to inspire them. This newfound knowledge and information, they're going to feel inspired. And this inspiration is also going to help launch them further into stepping into their masculinity. Now, there is this energy here where they're feeling disappointed. I think that this is an energy where they're feeling disappointed in themselves. Again, I feel like a lot of these, like the energy that I'm picking up from these masculines, it's not that they have intentionally been bad guys. I don't feel like these are like jerks or anything. I feel like these are unconscious men who think that they really are good guys. And I think that down in their core, they are good men, but they haven't realized that they have been operating so much in their wounding that has made them not stand in integrity with the type of men that they want to be and the way that they actually want to show up with the feminine and as a leader, as a masculine, maybe even as a father. It's not aligned, and it's not feeling very good, and they're having to take this, you know, hard look in the mirror that they have been very self-focused, that they have been very selfish with the way that they have been showing up. And that's kind of, I feel like on the underskirts, they're struggling a little bit with how to process this. So yeah, this is confirming that 5 of Swords. So there's this feeling of conflict. Definitely recognizing that they have been operating from a space of trying to make them feel like they have won in some way, that like, I'm a winner, I'm good, these women want me, you know, this kind of stuff. And I don't feel like they really recognized or realized how upsetting that is to these other feminines. Yeah. And that they broke some hearts. They've hurt people by doing this, by behaving in this way. And I think that this energy is, they feel this way a little bit. Like they're starting to feel this heaviness of like recognizing their behavior and how it has perpetuated their own suffering is what I'm getting. Because this is the thing too, we talk about this with the feminines also, with that like self-abandonment and self-betrayal. With the masculines, it's like they're afraid of showing up because they're afraid of failing or afraid of feeling inadequate. That's the warrior's wound energy. And so it's almost like they've been like kind of half-egging it. I don't want to curse on here because it messes with the algorithm, but you know what I mean. So they kind of been like, like not really putting it all in there, and they're realizing that the people on the other end were expecting more. And so this perpetuates this feeling of I failed, unconsciously, like replaying back that dynamic, like trying to keep themselves in this karmic loop. Like I recognize, or I feel like I'm a failure and I'm inadequate and I won't be able to be enough. So I'm going to show up in this way where I don't try and I'm intentionally not enough, without communicating with the other person that I'm not looking to be completely serious. I'm not looking to be involved in a more deep and meaningful way. So then eventually the feminine kind of pieces this together, or keeps trying to ask like, hey, give me more. And they're like, well, I can't give you more, because they're not really that interested, or not really even like in that space. But it's perpetuating this feeling, because the feminine is then coming back and saying, you are failing, you're being inadequate, you're not giving me enough. So it's like this subconscious self-sabotage kind of karmic loop hamster wheel. But again, they're wanting to like step up out of this energy. So there's a recognition that they've been in this. There's a recognition that they have kind of perpetuated this energy, and they're wanting to step into an energy of no longer perpetuating this, like actually putting on the knight in shining armor and like showing up in this way for a feminine. Gosh, look at this. Y'all saw me shuffle. Yep. So like they're getting serious. They've had this moment, they've had this aha, and now they're ready to come forward and get more serious with you. If you're watching this, it's most likely the case. It's pertaining to you. Or if you're a masculine watching this, then this is probably the energy that you've been coming through, recognizing this. And I really want to invite, for those masculines who have watched this and who have gotten all the way through it with me, I really want to invite you to have some self-compassion, to really love on yourself and sit with yourself in that space. This is not a hard, I'm sorry, it is a hard, it's not an easy space to be in when we get to that recognition. It's almost like we've been sleepwalking and then we wake up, right? And we see this and we're like, oh man, you know, I talk about this a lot with the feminine, where we recognize we do the same, but we're recognizing how we have been self-betraying and self-abandoning, and that's been perpetuating our own suffering, right? So just have compassion with yourself. Step into this space of this newfound self-awareness and continue to lean into that fully in like an observation mode, okay? You are ascending and you're stepping out of this like 3D version of yourself, and you're stepping more into a higher conscious version. And that higher conscious version is kind of like you're stuck in the middle. So this is where it's like, I'm striving to get here, but I'm also kind of stuck in this. We need to make sure that the focus stays on moving up and forward into this higher conscious version, and not allowing ourselves to get drugged back by replaying the failures and the shames and that old energy that we participated in. We need to allow ourselves permission to forgive ourselves and let that go, so that we can maintain the focus on moving into the higher conscious version, okay? If you need help or support, reach out. I am currently taking on one-to-one clients, or doing readings, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm happy to support you however I can. And in the meantime, I will check in with you guys later. I am going to go ahead and do an extended reading for this one. I want to get more of a feeling on what is going on with this masculine, and for the feminines to get a feeling for, like, is this someone who is really ready, or are they kind of still like playing out these cycles? So I just want to kind of dig more into that for those that want the extended. You can access the extended readings inside the collective, which is my membership. The link to access that is found through the link in my bio, or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, you can find it in the description below. All right, I will see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.